They're coming to get you, Barbara. Oh, it's a classic. If you've not seen Night of the Living Dead, you're not living, much like most of the cast. Hello wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Is that spooky enough? I hope it was. Wait, spooky people don't ask. That was spooky enough. Well, that's going to fall off the table. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content, like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series, where we learn how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Okay, it's Halloween week, and it wouldn't be Halloween week without a Voiceplay video, would it now? So they have recently released this. It's Thriller, the Michael Jackson classic, and it's featuring somebody called J Nun. I don't know who J Nun is, so let's just go see what we think. I mean, I know it's going to be amazing because it's Voiceplay and they are amazing, but let's just go and have my little mind scrambled. Okay, let's go. Thriller, straight in. I'm gonna throw you tonight. I'm gonna throw you tonight. I'm gonna throw you tonight. It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost your heart. Oh, heart. I really like that little riff there. I don't think we hear much from this guy. Isn't J Nun? He is in Voiceplay, right? J Nun's the guy with the longer hair and the black and white stripy top. That's a guess, I'm hoping. A half-educated guess. Anyway, this solo part from him is absolutely sublime. It's very heavy on the nasal twang. It's all up in here, like, it's close to midnight. It's all coming through up and into his nasal passage in order to create that lovely buttery sound. When Voiceplay do their productions, they tend to be very compressed anyway. You can hear every voice is like completely in its like pocket. So his voice almost feels like double the presence because there's that press sound from the velum and from the nasal twang, but also because of the production quality as well, they like to compress the sound even further. It's really good. And his riffs are just, sublime. You try to scream, but it takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. Okay, right. We heard the shorter guy, the bald guy. His voice is super bright. That's his character. It seems to be in every Voiceplay production that I have heard anyway. Really, really lifted. If you lift your larynx high, you get this brightness of tone. Much like the opposite. If you pull your larynx down, you get this depth of tone. Now they've got both of those roles within the a cappella unit. He takes that high larynx position and it just gives such a clarity and a brightness of sound. And his riff was amazing too. I mean, they're just such good vocalists. But the little flair that they add on to like such amazing classic songs, and they still manage to keep them like fresh whilst also being quite faithful, is remarkable. Now I'm going to speak about J Nun. I'm hoping that's J Nun, the guy in the black and white striped jumper. His voice is really, really special. It's very soft, it's very airy, it's aspirate. Aspirate just means that there's more air going through the vocal folds than like with a clean sound. So it follows the tone. Everything has this kind of wispiness to it. So good. You feel the cold and wonder if you'll ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. But all the while you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. Now, the actual rhythm, the beat that is being made by the bass line is so good. It completely pushes that song. See, when they started to come in with that really heavy forward rhythmic sound, changes the entire song. So good. It's going to be hard to keep up with them because the whole vibe is just so quick. They're jumping from like character to character or person to person, and the amount of riffs that they're tying together is wild. This is so good. Do you know what though? Why are they not dressed up? Because they're usually dressed up. Or are they doing like as akin to Thriller, that they're going to do half of the song non-zombified and half of it zombified? I don't know. Just spitballing. That bit where he kicked the zombie was hilarious. The gag of having like just a big dummy getting chucked across a room and pretending it's a person is a classic. We need to bring that back. Now, Jeff has come in with that low end. He's so good. His low end just has such a tonal quality that almost sounds like it's like a mid-play sound. It has push. It has brightness. A lot of folk, when they get down to those kind of areas, you feel what I'm doing. The larynx lowers and it gets a wee bit kind of wispy. Not with him. It's like proper pushed forward sound. I'm also an idiot. I should have noticed that when she bit his ankle, they're all just going to infect one another. Ruined the plot. Jeez Louise. Oh my days. That riff was gorgeous. Went up through his head voice, came back down. I love a riff that kind of has this movement to it. A lot of folk will either riff down the way, not as much up the way, but some do. But very rarely do you get like a proper up and down. Oh, very, very beautiful. The man in the middle, that's another Michael Jackson song, but the man in the middle with the bald head, when he tilts his thyroid cartilage and creates a little bit more vibrato on his sound, it's such a treat. I feel like there's a lot of his vocal that kind of leans towards a vertical place, so you don't get any vibrato off of it. It's all like, ah, it's very placed. Oh, I just put a wee bit of vibrato through there. But when he softens that down, as from some vibrato through, it just feels like a little change of pace for him. I really like it.
They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial.
Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see.
These lifted harmonies where they come in together and just swell. The production quality on this is A grade because you can feel a lot of reverb and a lot of space in some moments, and then they pull everything back into the forefront. The way they almost create like a vocal landscape. There's peaks, valleys, big empty spaces that you can fill with echo, and parts where you feel like you're in a teeny weeny box. Whoever does their editing is fantastic. Jeff Castellucci's voice, so good. I like the way that he has a lot of vocal agility, even down in these places. When we're stretching into some of the more extreme parts of our voices, sometimes vocal agility is something you just kind of have to allow to take a back seat, if you like. But then he's had so much training down, or he's trained his voice down in that area so much That do 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 boo. Here I'm even struggling to hit these notes cleanly. He doesn't have that problem. He's just amazing. The other guy, the guy that started the song, his tone is beautiful. It's heavy R&B, heavy pop. It has character. It's carrying this song for me. I think he's the lead in this, in my eyes. Just amazing.
That this is thriller, thriller night. 'Cause I can thrill you more than any cool would ever dare try. Thriller, thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share.
You're for it.
Killer, thriller, killer, thriller, killer, thriller tonight.
Now, did you hear that? Tonight, wherever it went to, it really softened as it came through, and that's what I'm talking about with that way that they create this vast, expansive space when they need to. That opens up for the next section. This whole thing feels so well thought out. I mean, of course, it is. They're an a cappella group, so they generally need to think of everything in terms of like placement, tone, style, how to make all these things blend. But then when they add that in with the magic of their editors, it just becomes this next level experience. And now we're looking at the voice play that I know, which is them like heavily made up in their zombie looks. I'm a zombie, they're a zombie, let's all be zombies together. I love it. I love it.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Now, this is just fantastic. Imagine having a voice like that and just being able to narrate things so dramatically. You can hear the way he's changing some of his vowel shapes in order to have a bit more gravitas. So it's like round, ground. Everything's like rounded. But then there's also like rat. He'll pull it up into this sharp, like almost like nipped place. That just goes to show it's not just words on a page to him. He is really pushing this around and almost creating a character like within the words. Like it's deeper than just acting it. He's like giving it a soul, which is, you know, ironic because they're zombies and zombies don't have souls. But I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Thriller night. Oh, it's thriller night.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom.
Now I'm listening to the backing vocals here rather than what Jeff was doing. You hear this ooh, rolling kind of harmony sound here. It's very nice and light. It allows one or more voices to go ooh and play about on that kind of canvas almost. Oh, they are so good.
And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
I'm gonna do it now. Thriller night. Girl, I can thrill you more than any cool. Thriller, thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share a killer, thriller, killer, thriller, killer, thriller tonight.
It wouldn't be a voice play video without Jeff Castellucci laughing sinisterly in the background. Now, if that didn't just go to show everything I was talking about with the production value. The end there just shows it. They sucked all the noise out in order to let the come through like really, really nicely. Then they kind of went and they had this kind of old school sound on the back of it. The filters, they are so unbelievably good. So that was fantastic. They never disappoint. They never disappoint. Maybe we'll do some like Halloweeny ones when Halloween week is up, but if you've got those suggestions, drop them down below. But if you like that reaction, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below, and if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you'll be the first to know. I forgot how to speak. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and how are we going to buy this one? I don't know. Now in Scotland, we say tatty bye. So with that in mind, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll just say bye-bye, tatty bye. Say tatty bye to somebody this week and see if they go, what? Anyway, love you, bye.